settings or network configuration in terms of the two virtual machines that we have set up. In this case, it's Server 2019 and Windows 10. Initially, you're going to power up the Oracle VM VirtualBox software. Right? You're going to have the both machines here. For the sake of this tutorial, we're using the same machine, so the Windows 10. In this case, I have it named Windows 10 duplicate and the Server duplicate. Right, so essentially we're going to go into the settings, right, for each individual machine. We're going to go to network. We're going to actually change and have this set to host only adapter. That's okay. We're going to go to the server, duplicate, and do essentially the same. Alright, host only adapter. You're going to select OK. We're going to close down. We'll actually power on the both machines. Right, in my case, they are running already. Right, so this will be a server machine. So we're going to actually individually attend to each machine. So in this case, let's start with the server. Right, ensuring that this is the server machine. You want to go to your network options, open network and internet settings, and we're going to configure some stuff. So we're going to go to change adapter options. This is my current adapter on this machine. Properties. You want to select Internet Protocol version 4, TCP IP version 4, and essentially this is going to be blank, right? We're going to actually put any values for that, so we're going to use the following IP address, and we're going to assign this particular machine this IP address 192.168.0. And for this machine, it's .1, right? Our subnet mask is going to be automatically calculated. Attention shouldn't be paid too much on this right now. We're going to go to the default gateway. We're going to put 192.168.0.1. Right, so essentially your default gateway is the same as the IP address. You're going to go to preferred DNS server, and this is the only thing that changes. So it goes to 192.168.0. And in this case, we're going to think of it as our server is the .1 and our machine, right, corresponding machine, which is the Windows 10 machine to configure, that will be .2, right? So that's what we want our machine to connect to. We're going to press OK. And again, for the sake of the tutorial, but you can actually go back into it to make sure that the savings and the settings are saved. Right, you're going to press OK. You're going to come up with this particular window, and you're going to go to your sharing options. Right, so for the sake of this, you're going to go to private and make sure that turn on network discovery option is selected. Now we're going to do something later where we ensure that this setting stays on, or else you're actually not going to get two of your machines to communicate or even do the handshake. Right, so you're going to go to file and print sharing, make sure that's turned on. Guest, turn on network discovery, turn on file sharing. All networks, you're going to go to turn on sharing, right, and you're going to ensure that the only thing that's turned off is the password protected sharing. Right, you're going to scroll through your settings again and ensure that you have all your options selected. That works good. Right, so you're going to press save changes. Right, and we're going to do the same setup there to our other machine. So you're going to go to Windows 10 machine. Right, this is the Windows 10 machine. To double check, you can actually just go up to the top here, make sure that that's your Windows 10 running. Right, you want to go here, open network and file sharing. We're going to see the same thing, change adapter settings, make our configuration to the TCP IP, sorry. We're going to go to the Internet Protocol version 4. Right, so in this case, use the following IP address. We're going to assign some values. In this case, the IP address is the 192.168.0.2. Subnet mask automatically calculates, and we have the 192.168.0.2. Right, and again, the DNS server is the only thing that changes. In this case, it's the .1 referring back to our server machine. Right, press OK. Press OK again. Going to come out of this particular window, and we're going to go over to our change advanced sharing. Go on private, turn on network discovery, turn on file sharing, allow Windows to manage. Right, scroll down, turn on, turn off. Right, and we're going to go to turn on sharing, and just 1 second. Go down. Right, so guest, turn on file sharing, all networks, turn off. Right, so press save changes. Right, get those changes to save. Alright, so we want to essentially go to our other machine now, right? Okay, so this is our server machine. What we want to essentially do is to make a ping, right, or actually communicate with our other machine, which is the Windows 10 machine. So in this case, you go to the start menu, you go to the ping option. Right, you'll actually have to enter that into your command. Right, so you go to the start menu. Second machine is running kind of. Okay, good. Command prompt, good. So what you essentially do is want to make a ping connection. Right, so ping 127.0.0.2, right? Because 2 is the value that is associated with our Windows 10 machine, right? We want to make sure that it actually verifies and the TCP/IP protocol is installed and functioning. There you go. There's our reply, right? This actually shows that we get the reply. In this case, we could do the relevant with our Windows 10 machine. So we go over, getting that CMD again, and we do our ping 127.0.0. And in this case, for the other machine, which is our server, we hit the .1 to see if our actual machine connects to the server. There you go. There's our reply. Right now, if our settings aren't actually configured well, you will get an error. In some cases, you get ping failure. Right. In this case, what we want to do is close down this particular tab, and we want to ensure something. So again, as mentioned before, we have that little option where if you go into the change advanced setting, turn on network discovery is turned on in this particular machine, which is our Windows 10 machine. Right, what we want to do is ensure that it is also the same within the other machine. So you want to go to the server duplicate, right? So we go over here, we go over to our network settings. Change adapter options, no, change sharing options. Right, so this is the problem. Turn on network discovery is automatically turned off. Alright, so there's a fix to that. The fix to that would encompass, you would actually have to go to your task manager on this particular machine, on the machine that the issue is occurring. Right, you want to go to your task manager. You want to go to more details. Right, now essentially we're going to tweak some stuff within the task manager, right? And this is to allow the network discovery to turn on. You want to go to services. You want to go to open services. Right, so this would be the services that are running in the background on the machine. Generally you wouldn't see it. This is something you'd have to go search for. Right, we want to make sure that particular settings are turned on, and in this case running. Right, so we want to go essentially to DNS. So if you type in within here, you select any one of these and you type in DNS, it's going to come up. So we're going to get to the DNS client. That's our first thing. So we're going to ensure, go to properties, right, make sure that our startup type is automatic. Right, in this case mine is already running, so that's not the issue. Right, then we want to go to the function discovery provider, right? And this is the issue here. We have this set as manual when we shouldn't, right? So you want to go to properties, and again, this is essentially things that exist, right? And you have to tweak. So you have to go to the startup manual, right? Change that to automatic. Click on start. It's going to start that particular task, and you're going to click apply and then OK. Right, so that's the second option to turn on. Then we want to go to the SSDP discovery, Again, once you type it in the keyboard, it will come up. There it goes. Click on properties, and our one is actually disabled. Right, so we want to put it on automatic. You want to click on, well, it's actually going to have to apply first. Alright, and then start the service. Good. You're going to press OK. Right, and then our last option to actually change is UPnP, right, which is our device host. And in this case, we want to go to properties, and we want to essentially do the same. Automatic. You're going to click apply. You're going to click start to start that particular service. And OK. Right, so now we're gonna make sure, gonna scroll through and make sure that's running. So UDNP is running, SSDP is running, function discovery is running, good, and our DNS client is essentially running. Right, so you want to close off this particular tab. So let's make sure that our fix actually works. You want to go over, back to the sharing options. Turn on it to discovery is on, right? It was off just now, right? We want to go to private, make sure, right? Good, good. There you go. Right, turn off. Great. So all our settings have actually been fixed in terms of that little problem. Right, so you want to go over to your other machine now, which is the Windows 10 duplicate, right? And we're going to basically be testing all our configurations to make sure that everything is alright. So you want to use the command ipconfig /all. Right, let me see. Good. So essentially it's going to tell us our IP version 4 address, which is the preferred version 2, right, on this particular machine, our 192.168.0.2, right? Our subnet mask is calculated already, our default gateway, and our DNS server that it's connected to, which is the 192.168.0.1, right? And we could essentially do the same on our other machine, which is the server. Open our command prompt, IP, right? And it's just a basic command, honestly, to check everything and ensure that it's working as it should. There you go. All right, we want to check here. Our default gateway is the 192.168.0.1, and there you go with the subnet mask already calculated, and our DNS is 192.168.0.2, so it's connected to our machine successfully. Right, so essentially now that we have had our both machines connected, right, you want to make sure an important step is made here. You want to go over and actually check on your client machine, right, which is the Windows 10 duplicate in this instance. You want to go to your, not in this case, you want to go over to your folder, you want to go to network, and ensure that you're actually connecting to your server. So you actually see the server machine, which is our server 2019 machine here. This is the name. If you want to double check, however, on the actual names of your machines, you can go over to this PC, click on properties, right? You want to go over to advanced system settings, computer name, and for this particular machine, which is our Windows 10 duplicate, right, you can actually change here, and this would be our machine name. We could change that. We are going to essentially change this machine name and promote it to a domain in the next tutorial, right? But for the sake of this tutorial, this is how you actually figure it out. You could close this. You don't have to change it essentially right now, but if you go to computer name, you're going to see here Windows 10 duplicate, and we can actually go over to our server machine, click on the folder. Alright, we're going to go over to this PC, click on properties. Right, so there you go, server duplicate. Right, so that's essentially going to show us that our client machine is connected to our server.